Hello YouTube people, today I will show you a GMT watch from San Martin. I will show you how this watch looks like on 16.5 centimeter wrist, and I will also show you how this watch looks like on a bunch of custom straps. This is not a sponsored video, I bought this watch myself on back to school sale. I paid 154 euros. Now let's talk about specifications and measurements, and everything I have measured myself. So the weight of this watch, of the bracelet case alone, weighs 67 grams. Diameter of the bezel is 40.1 millimeter. Lug to lug distance is 48.5 millimeters. Lug width is 20 millimeters. Size of the crown 7 millimeters. Thickness of this watch is 13.1 millimeters. This watch has an H34 automatic GMT movement, which you probably already know very well. And this watch has a water resistance rating of 100 meters, together with a screw down crown and screw down case back. And it has sapphire crystal with pretty good anti-reflective coating. That's how this watch looks like from a top-down view on a 16.5 centimeter wrist. Visually, I would say it looks alright. It doesn't look too large, it doesn't look too small, it's fine. You know, it's the size of the watch on the wrist is just down to a personal preference, whether you like it or not. And speaking about the comfort, this watch is 48.5 millimeters lug to lug. And for me, anything that's longer than 47 millimeters feels a little bit uncomfortable. So yeah, this watch feels a little bit too long on my wrist. And this case is very straight. As you can see, it doesn't try to hug my wrist, so that doesn't help either. So yeah, this watch does feel a little bit too large on my wrist. Even if I put this watch on a nylon strap, something like this, it still feels like it's too large, and it somewhat tries to slide over my wrist bone, over this wrist bone, which it doesn't feel nice. The problem could be solved with something like this silicone strap. It tends to stay put on my wrist, it doesn't slide much, so with a silicone strap like this, I don't feel a discomfort. Now, original bracelet, I don't like it. It feels a little bit too rough on my skin. The inside edges of this bracelet are a little bit sharp, and when I wear this watch on this bracelet, I can feel sometimes that this bracelet tries to dig into my skin, and I just don't like that. It doesn't feel nice. Generally speaking, I don't like bracelets, but this one, having sharp edges on the inside, doesn't help either. Let's take a closer look at this sharp bracelet. It's a little bit sharp, yeah, but I know many people don't complain about that, so it's probably my personal problem that I have a little bit skinny wrist. There is no meat, it's just bone and the skin, so I'm rather sensitive. But some people who have a little bit more meat on their wrist, I believe they're gonna be fine. So sharp but beautiful. It is very well done bracelet. I like the brushing, it's very fine, very finesse, you know, it's just beautifully done. As with other San Martin watches, there is no surprise. The finishing quality is very beautiful, and the reflections on the side of this bracelet are like a mirror. You can see me right now talking, right? It's like a mirror. The finishing quality is really nice. Those edges are so well defined, so crisp. But you know, I wish on the inside they were a little bit less crisp, so it would be a little bit more comfortable. Now the fitment inside lugs also flush and nice. There are no gaps, no free play. Very well. Now about the clasp. Beautiful clasp. I really like the San Martin logo, which is raised up a little bit over the clasp. Now what I also like is that there is no free play whatsoever with these San Martin clasps. Even buttons, they don't move at all, nothing moves. So very secure, very nice, feels very high quality. And when I rock it side to side like this, as you can see, build quality is very good. There is no free play whatsoever. it's very high precision made item, you know. And speaking about sharpness, the inside portion, well, I would say it's medium sharp. It's okay, it's fine, but there is still plenty of room for the improvements. Speaking about sharpness, and the outer shelf, it's nicely done on the side, as you can see. Also mirror finished, like completely like a mirror. Very, very good reflections. And edges, well, on the bottom edges, as you see, rounded, they're not sharp at all. This edge feels nice, it's fine. These outer corners are a little bit sharp, but it's not too bad. They are fine. Generally speaking, it looks beautiful, but it does have a little bit of sharpness. Finishing on the case is also very crisp, very beautiful, very high quality. No matter how close you look at this thing, I really like those polished out edges on lugs and side walls on the bezel. It looks really beautiful, and even from further away, they are still noticeable that the edges on the bezel are shiny. It looks good. It pops out a little bit in the light. So yeah, no matter how close you look at this thing, it still looks nice and well finished. Brushing on the side of the case also very fine, very, very fine. No roughness whatsoever. Really well done. From the back, there is nothing to see really. Sharpness, speaking about sharpness, on the lugs, outer edges are fine, they are not sharp. The inside edges, yes, they are a little bit sharp, but not a big deal. Almost every watch has sharp edges on the inside of the lugs. Now the crown, how crown looks like? It looks nice. I really like the San Martin logo on the crown. Plays out nicely in the light. Nice thing to look at, nice thing to look at. Perfect mirror finish reflections. Look, even on the side of the bezel. You can see me talking on the side of the bezel, on the reflection. That, you know, just think about it. It's just such a tiny little thing. Just a little sidewall on the bezel, and it is yet so well finished that you can see yourself as in a mirror. Yeah, the quality is really good. Dial on this watch is rather simple, nothing too exciting to be honest, and I have chose this watch with printed on indexes versus applied, because in my opinion printed on indexes look a little bit more vintagey, and I just like this kind of a vintage vibe on a watch. And there are people talking that printed on indexes don't have lume as strong as applied ones, so we're gonna compare that as well, because this San Martin has the same lume, the same color, except this one has applied indexes, as you can see, and this one has printed on. So later on we're gonna compare the lume. Is it really not as strong? Now let me move those hands a little bit out of the way. So first position, once you unscrew the crown, just winds the watch. Second position, if you move the crown forwards, it moves GMT hand like that. And GMT hand feels nice, it's very clicky, has very nice clicky feedback, that's nice. And if you move crown backwards, it adjusts the date like that. And let's see how far from the midnight it is going to flip the date. By the way, this orange hand is GMT hand, and you should read GMT hand on the bezel. And as you can see, GMT hand is indicating 24 hours, not 12. So once you advance in time, a simple hand hour actually overtakes the GMT hand, and I missed the place where it flipped the date, so let's do that once again. And as you can see, it's chasing, and right on the midnight it probably comes together. Okay, so 11:30. Let's see how far from the midnight it is going to flip the date. 11:45. Now let's go a little bit. Oh, seriously, that far from the midnight? No way, let's do this again. Come on, San Martin, you can do better than that. Okay, let's do it again. So 11 p.m, 11:30, 11:45. Let's go slowly. Oh, come on, really? 13 minutes till midnight flips the date. Well, that's a little bit soon. To be honest with you. Anyway, let's screw the crown back in place. Let's take a little bit closer look if I can show you. So those hands look like they are black, but at certain angle they are actually shiny. So that's nice, that's interesting. And this sapphire crystal on this watch, as you can see, it has a little bit of bluish anti-reflective coating, and it's actually pretty good. In real life, this dial looks so clear, as if there is no crystal between you and the dial, and that's rather nice achievement. Speaking on sapphire crystal, from the side view it looks like this, and it has really good clarity, this crystal. I'm telling you, sometimes it looks like a Swatch watch with an acrylic crystal on top. That's how good clarity this sapphire crystal has. Very well done, San Martin. Very nice. So let's compare the Lume, and keep in mind that I'm not charging these watches, I just have studio lighting and that's all. So let's turn off the lights and let's see how the Lume compares. So one watch on the left has applied indexes and the watch on the right has printed on, and it's a little bit difficult to compare because one has dark dial and another one has bright dial. But if I cover them up to give even more darkness, yeah, you could say applied indexes are a little bit stronger. Yeah, I can see that. So on this watch, if you take a good look, you can see that the hands are a little bit stronger than those indexes. So yeah, printed on indexes are not as strong, and this one, yeah, it's noticeable. There is a difference. All I can tell you is that you don't really need to worry about that, because Lume is still strong enough, it's still very noticeable, and I have used this watch as my night watch for testing, and even early in the morning I have no trouble telling the time on this watch. The Lume is long lasting and it's fine. So to choose printed on indexes or applied is just down to a personal preference. For me, personally, I actually like printed on indexes a little bit better. I don't know, they look a little bit more of a vintage style or something. It's just personal taste thing. And let me give you a little bit different angle how the Lume looks like from a third person perspective in a very dim room. So it's fine, you know, I can't really complain. Most importantly for me, it is strong enough that I can tell the time throughout the night. So that's it, that's all that matters to me. But for comparison, let me put on the watch with applied indexes. This one. Yeah, it's stronger, it's definitely stronger, you can definitely see that. Let me put it next to this one. Well, yeah, it's a little bit difficult to compare because one has white dial and another one has dark green. But, you know, all that matters that the Lume on this watch is usable and it serves its purpose. Okay, let's do a little bit of a strap show. I want to show you how this watch looks like on different straps, and if there is any strap that you like the look of, you can find it on my website thomaswatchreviews.com in the menu section called straps. And if any links don't work anymore, just tell me in a comment under any of my videos and I will fix the broken link. This watch design wise is a little bit neutral, so there is no surprise that it looks good on plenty of different straps, no matter the color, no matter the style. Everything looks good on this watch, so that's nice. That's a lot of fun. It's a little bit of a strap monster, this watch. That's my favorite nylon strap, gray color. It looks really good on many watches, and this one as well. Obviously it looks good, it looks really good. It's a simple looking watch and looks good on many different straps, especially on something like this. It's nice. It looks nice. I especially like how this watch looks like on this elastic gray strap. It just somehow pleases my eyes. It looks so neutral, but yet so simple and so nice. I like it. This is very nice combination in my opinion. And as you can see, this is elastic strap. So let me show you how it looks from up close. Yeah, very nice combination. I think it even looks good on this leather strap with huge holes. Many watches don't look good on this strap, but this watch is so neutral that it's fine. It looks fine. It looks cool. It looks rather cool on this strap, and I believe this strap should be very good throughout hot summer days. Obviously with holes as big as this. And it's rather comfortable strap as well. This is dark green leather strap with multiple holes, and I think this one looks great as well on this watch. I like this dark green color on this strap. It looks really nice. On some angles it looks like brown, on some other angles it looks like it's green. It looks very interesting. Good quality strap as well. And this is also very nice strap. It has very interesting leather texture that I will show you later up close. And I think this also looks great on this watch. It looks cool. It looks cool. It looks really good with those, I would call them vintage style printed on indexes. You know, I don't know if I can call them that way, but that's how they look like to my eyes. So yeah, this watch on this textured leather strap, I think it looks nice. Look what an interesting texture this leather strap has. It looks very interesting. Very nice strap. It feels good. This strap feels good. But I like this watch the best on silicone straps, because silicone straps sit on the wrist very stable. You know, they are not sticky. These ones, tropical style silicone straps, they're not sticky. They feel fine, but they are still a lot less slidey than, for example, nylon straps or leather straps. So that's how I can combat long lug-to-lug distance of 48.5 millimeters. But once I put this watch on a silicone strap like this, it's fine. I don't feel any discomfort because watch just stays in place, no problems whatsoever. So yeah, even on a smaller wrist, there is a decision how this watch could feel nice. And it looks good. I think it looks really good on these tropical straps. Let me show you another color as well. This is probably my favorite silicone strap, because I really like this slightly desaturated green color. It looks great on many watches, especially on neutral design watches like this one. It just somehow pleases my eyes. It looks really nice. And by the way, guys, I have one question. Could you please tell me why these straps are called tropical? What do they have to do with tropics? I just... Sorry, my knowledge in certain things are just very shallow. I'm just too lazy to Google things out. Why are these straps called tropical, huh? So what's the final verdict? Where I'm going to place this watch on my website, thomaswatchreviews.com, where I rate watches into different tier lists. Well, this is a very good watch, very well made, and I would say it's very reasonably priced, so it's definitely not a bad watch. So that's where I'm going to place it. not bad. The reason why I'm not placing this watch into keepers is I don't know, I just don't feel emotion from this watch. It doesn't make me happy, it doesn't give any joy to me. Somehow, to me personally, this watch feels a little bit soulless, like some kind of appliance, like a microwave or I don't know. I know many people love this model, and I'm happy for you, each to their own. But for me, sometimes you have to try out things to find out. That's all I can tell you. But this watch, as good as it is, it just hasn't connected with me. That's it. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.